All right, welcome back. Right now we have Will Graham from Graham Personnel Services, and I just need to say this as always, he is not based in Graham. All the jobs are not in Graham. That just happens to be his last name. Danielle Harrison and Lee Howell are both with Guilford Works, and they're here answering your questions about job and employment questions and resources as well. All right, so this is one of the text questions. For those who cannot work in a high-speed job set, what are the options? And, you know, that kind of lends me back to a lot of the jobs that are open right now are manufacturing, which would be a high-speed job set. So, Will, what are your thoughts on that?
So I would say look at what you've done in your past work history. The good news is, much like what Danielle mentioned before, there's roughly 3 jobs for every unemployed person in Guilford County right now. So just do a little bit of searching. Find out kind of what the tempo and what the culture is, and I think that's probably your best way to go about it.
Mm-hmm. This next question is, I'm retired and would like to work part-time from home. How do I get legitimate contacts? So I think about going on the Guilford Works site, Lee, and how there's, you know, a mass of jobs, but there are ways for you to filter that out for those kinds of things.
Right, definitely. So if you do make your way over to, excuse me, to ncworks.gov. You can create an account through the website. You can create a resume through ncworks.gov. And once you do start to job search, you can add those filters to look for work from home jobs, to look for part-time jobs, full-time jobs, whatever criteria you can really think of as far as what it is that you may want to do as far as work. Again, ncworks.gov, amazing tool. Create an account, build that resume, and then look for jobs through there.
Yeah, and I think, you know, a key part of that text is how do I get legitimate contacts, because there's so many job scams that are out there. And I know NC Works kind of helps you kind of figure that out. Danielle, I mean, you guys have some resources for that.
Absolutely. So we have 2 comprehensive career centers, one located at 2301 West Meadowview Road in Greensboro, and the other at 607 Idle Street in High Point. And so if someone, as Lee just mentioned, wanted to go online and search for jobs, they can do so. But also we offer the opportunity for them to walk inside our career centers, and someone there will be able to assist them and navigate them through that system as well.
Yeah, I think it's always something, you know, if they want you to pay up front or give them your Social Security up front so that you can get paid ahead of time, or that they're going to send you computer equipment but you got to pay for it or the taxes of it, that is not a real thing. You deal with some at-home jobs though, correct, Will? There are some only at-home jobs that you've got?
Oh, you bet. Yeah. No, we hire a ton for work from home. We do a lot of call center that's like that as well. And you know, the good news there, probably 3 years ago, that would have been a really rare ask, right? And you've probably got more people working from home than we've ever had in the history of the United States. So I do think there'll be an abundance of options there for someone who's in that situation.
Okay. This next question is, what are some lucrative majors for seniors just graduating from high school? Lee, I know you specifically, you have a heart for those youngsters, right? For those who are getting into the workforce.
I do. So piggybacking off of what Dr. Harrison said, a new location that NextGen has is downtown in Greensboro, North Carolina, located at 301 South Green Street, to where we do assist those young adults between the ages of 16 to 24. We can help them with career exploration, so trying to find out what it is that they may want to do, and we can do that through the personality assessments that we utilize. They can also speak to our amazing youth advocates that we have on the team, again, to try to guide them in the right direction. I would also say that you don't necessarily have to do a lucrative major, as in going to school, because we also help with certification courses. So if you want to go into welding, if you want to go into HVAC technician, if you want to do electrical work, or if you want to operate heavy equipment machinery, that's something that we also assist with. So really just not looking at it that you have to go to college, that you have to get a major, but let's explore some of these certificates that we can assist you with as well.
Yes, because electricians get paid well, and we all need them for sure. We can't do that kind of work ourselves. Yeah, it's dangerous. Okay, this next question is, I recently moved back to Winston-Salem. I'm desperately seeking employment. My background is retail management. I'm thinking they've got a whole bunch of jobs to pick from. Will, are you seeing that? Danielle, are you seeing that?
Absolutely. The hospitality industry is booming presently. We have, well, in our NC Work system, approximately 3,800 jobs, and 2,000 of those are in that industry specifically. And so, it's definitely a popular and a trending career at the present time.
Okay, well, I know we have a graphic that shows like all the different jobs that you guys are looking at right now when it comes to NC Works. So let's put up that graphic. Okay, so the top of the list there I see is like food prep and that kind of thing, but there's management, production.
Yes, as mentioned, we have roughly 3,800 jobs within our NC Works career network. 2,000 of those are in the hospitality industry. And I want to highlight that because, as we all know, college is currently back in session. And so these are great opportunities for college students and those individuals who are looking for diverse and flexible work schedules. And so I highly encourage those who are looking and seeking opportunities such as hospitality and various jobs to navigate through our NC Work centers and through our website.
Okay. So this next question, Will, I'm going to point this one to you. This person says, those of us who are older employees with many years of experience, the competition is tough for those who will work for a much lower pay rate. Any advice for someone who wants to change jobs yet still have a decent paycheck?
Yeah, so I definitely understand if the viewer feels like there's a stigma against them. I don't think there is, and I think you've got to really kind of look at it as the complete opposite way. I think employers right now are a little seasick of the Great Resignation, and that is the high quit rate. And what they find with more seasoned workers is they're more likely to stay in a job for a longer period of time. It's what their generation does. It's a part of the ethos of their generation. So I think if you look at it like that, if you sell it like that, it's more of a competitive advantage than it is a competitive disadvantage. Employers want people who are going to come to work, give it all for that period of time, and be reliable and excel.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Remember, you can always text us your questions. The number there at the bottom of the screen, 336-379-5775. We'll be right back.